Hi, and welcome to the Denkfehler podcast. I'm your host, Kimberly. I'm actually Kimberly in real life, but Kimberly everywhere. So come visit me on Ravelry or Plurk, anywhere. I'm Kimberly. So it's Kimberly with a lollipop. That's me, Kimberly. So welcome to episode something or other, because I haven't checked. I forgot to check. Oh well, I think it's like 29, 20, 30, something like that. I'm not quite sure. We do them an episode every 2 weeks. Sorry, I'm doing something right now. I'll show you in a moment what I'm doing. We do an episode every couple of weeks, because if we do it every week, I wouldn't have enough to say. So, and usually I have a co-host with me. Either my daughter or my son, Alita or Alexander, and both of them are busy today. It is Sunday, and they are quite busy. So, couldn't get anybody to come down with me. So, I'm here all by myself. But I wanted to get a podcast in and let you know what's been going on for the last 2 weeks. I've been really, really busy. Last week, I had vacation. Alita and I were off for a week, which was really nice because we got to sleep in, which sleep in to me is getting up super early, getting a ton of stuff done, and then taking a nap later. So that's my favorite thing in the world to do. Alexander's been home too because he was sick. He didn't have vacation. He had the week before vacation, but he ended up sick, so he stayed home with us pretty much the whole week. Friday he went back to school, and Alita and I were able to spend one day together, alone, but we did enjoy it, the three of us. I got a ton of stuff done. And I've talked to a lot of people. I've been in a lot of virtual knit nights, which is in Google+. There's a thing called a Hangout where you can hook up your... A lot of you know what this is, but if you don't, I'll let you know. You can hook up your camera to your computer, and you can have a virtual knit night on the computer with a bunch of other knitters or whoever, and just sit and chat and knit and have a great time. And I've been doing that all week, which is really, really fun. Say hi to Melissa from Tran Designs. She is someone I've been chatting with quite a bit. And Helen and Peter. Hi, you guys. I've been chatting with them. It's been a lot of fun. They live in Amsterdam. Melissa lives in Idaho. And she has a podcast. I believe it's Trans Designs podcast. And go check her out. What else? I wanted to say hi to Anansi. Alita should be here to say hi. She really wanted to be on the podcast, but then she decided at the last minute, no, she's going to do her homework, and so she's upstairs in her pajamas doing her homework, so no chance of getting her down here. But Anansi, I think I said it wrong. Sorry. Alita says hi from Germany. And another person that I had a really nice chat with was Lisa Lemonsong from Plurk, and her daughter is studying German, and I thought it was really kind of neat. And we have the German word this week, which will be at the end, and that one is dedicated to Cassie, Lisa's daughter. And we'll let you know on that one. Oh, one word, Denkfehler. We'll say that right now, and I think that's what we'll call this episode, Denkfehler. It's when you have a denken is to think, and Fehler is a mistake. So when you go, oh no, like a brain fart, I guess in English would be a good way to say that. Sorry, a Denkfehler. And Melissa and I had a couple of those this week, so that's what this one is called, Denkfehler. So that's a word for Cassie and for Melissa and Anansi and all you guys. Hi. Okay, so let's get down to it. Now, a lot of stuff been going on. Where do I start? You know me, I have no rhyme and reason. We're just going to go. You see there are two people behind me. I'm not completely alone today. I have two things behind me. You know the flower. You know Gardenia. She has been, or Gardenia. She is a sweetie. She's been hanging out with us all week. She's kind of got a fat belly, but she's got popcorn in her, so she sits nicely on the shelf. And I've written up the pattern. She's been tested. It's all ready to go. But I thought a pattern with just the flower not enough. So she needed a friend. So what I did is I told you last time, a watering can. I was going to make a watering can. I did. And I finished him. And Haley from Haley's Knits, another podcast VCAN friend that I met this week that I had a great time hanging out with. Hi, Haley. She helped me with the name on this guy because I was going to call him Wetsy because Betsy and Wetsy and they were going to be buddies. Well, this is a boy, so it can't be Wetsy. And his name's Walter. Walter the watering can, and here he is. And he's a total cutie. And he's sitting here. He has raindrop hands. They're not symmetric. Like the leaves are symmetric, these aren't. And it took me a while to figure out how to do these, but I got them so that they look like raindrops on the end. So he has blue water coming out of him. And he has a spout, which I think came out kind of cool. I was kind of hoping it would. And that's his nose, and he's got a little smirk because he's quite happy to be hanging out with Gardenia. So this is Walter, and he has raindrop feet, raindrop hands, and he is Gardenia's best buddy in the whole world. But they're going to both sit here. They're going to be my hosts. And they are and once again, he has popcorn in here, and he's got a little handle up on top. You could theoretically have tacked it down quite a bit because I figured that would be how he'd be picked up. But this is my watering can. So he's going to sit here. So I finished him this week, finally, because it kind of took me a while to figure out stuff with him, but I got it. And his smirk is going to be, are you giving me kisses with that nose? Yes, I'm talking to watering cans. Oh. Okay, so there he is. And yeah. His pattern is being tested right now. I have some great testers. I have some great tech editors. I'll talk about those in a bit. It's being tested right now. And when these guys are done being tested, they're kind of long patterns because there's a lot of intricate stuff to do. I am going to have in, I believe, March, we are going to have in April, not March. April showers bring giving flowers. So we're going to have a knit along for these guys. And yeah, we'll talk more about that in the next episode. But just so you know and get ready for it, hopefully in another week the pattern will be done and that will be out. And the pattern will have both of these guys in it, not just one. So that's one thing that I finished. Another thing that I finished, this is funny because I wanted to design a shawl. I thought about some yarn and I thought, oh, that would be great. Oh, where is that yarn? I had bought a year ago, 2 years ago. It was this really pretty purple. In fact, here it is. Okay, I'll show you. It is Kid Silk Haze. It's not Kid Silk Haze, but it's a similar mohair and a gorgeous purple that I absolutely love. And they only had 2 skeins of it. And I bought it anyway at the store because I wanted it and I said I'll figure something out. Well, I had this and I didn't know what to do with it, so I put it away. Actually started knitting with it, and I knit a little something like this big and I didn't like it, so I put it away. And I thought the other day, I need that yarn because I have an idea. I want to knit something with that yarn. And I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. I found so many other things and I couldn't find the yarn. One of those things was this mitt. And I had knit this, I had designed this 6 years ago anyway, I think. I think it was 6 years ago. And first of all, back then I used to spin a lot more than I do now. This week I have not spun anything, but that's beside the point. I had spun this yarn. And I'm assuming this is a fingering weight. I'm thinking that's what this is. I didn't do a wraps per inch test. I didn't do all this stuff. I just kind of looked at it and I thought, this is going to be fingering, maybe a sock fingering weight. So this is pink and it's merino. And I had spun, I had spun that green, because pink and green are my loves, as you can see, back over here, and this dark pink. And I had spun this in the fingering weight yarn, and I had designed this mitt. Here it is, this one. Designed it, grafted it, for the Giving Flower even, because I've been the Giving Flower since 2005, based on the book The Giving Tree, but the Giving Flower, because I love flowers, you can tell. And I found this and thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So, and of course the directions weren't in the package. It was in a Ziploc bag, as everything in my house is in the Ziploc bag. And I found the directions somewhere else. Very vague directions, but directions nonetheless, and no graph. So I looked some more, and I thought, you know what, I have a break this week, I don't have school, so I sat down and I grafted this. I looked at this mitt, I grafted it again, And here's the back, the palm part. And there's symbolism in this. This is the giving flower, obviously, the green stem and the pink flower. And then these are thorns. These are stems of flowers, and they're thorns coming off. That's why I did it like that. If you can see, I'm trying to get closer so you guys can see what this looks like. And I love how it fits. Remember I talked about last week, if you were here last week, if you saw me, that I have turned into a loosey-goosey. Well, 6 years of knitting, I've loosened way up. So here's the one that I knit way back then. Grafted it, wrote up the pattern, changed the thumb a bit because I have learned a few more techniques that I like, so I changed the thumb a bit to make it just a little bit different. The stripes are tiny bit different on the second one. But I love this one, and I'm a 3-1 rib kind of person. I love 3-1 rib. I think it's the prettiest rib. So that's what this one has on it. Nice and long one, so you're nice and warm here, but short enough that you can do stuff because I'm a big fingerless mitt person. So I knit the second one. And it came out just a tad bit bigger. Now this was knit on a 3 and a 2.5. And this is the second one. I like it. I mean, I like both of them, to be honest with you. You could very easily go down a size. I measured and it's about 8 inches around. Although, you know, that seems to me, I think I have 7. That's what I always knit, but it seems very big. But they fit snugly. They fit nicely. This one's a little snugger than this one. But you could theoretically do a 2 and a 2.5 and get it smaller. With a sport weight yarn, fingering weight yarn. So these are my mitts. Wrote up the pattern, that's being tested. So that will be out soon if you want to knit these two. I love them. I love them, love them. I think I love them because it's my hand spun. I don't know. But I have enough. You just saw how much I had. I have enough. I could knit a second one with the new thumb. This is the new thumb. Not that much different. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. But that's it. And these are great. And I so love these. So that's another pattern I've been working on. So we've got him and these that have been in testing. And of course, the way I write patterns, I miss so much. I don't know how I do it. I just don't see it. You know, I write them and I knit according to them. I don't know. I guess I have missing parts up there because a lot of stuff I oversee. But thank goodness I have the best testers and the best tech editors. So that's what I've been working on. And I have 2 shawls that I'm working on. I'm not going to say any more than that. The one is with this, and it's got a gorgeous blue that's with it. And I won't say any more than that because I don't know. I like it, and I'm going to knit it for myself. And if it turns out to be any good, then it'll be good. If not, I like it. That's the way I'm going to roll. And then I've showed you this already. I did a gauge swatch with this Rowan cashmere, and everybody loves this. This is going to be the best shawl in the whole world. And I've decided to go with this middle piece because it seems to be, here's my gauge swatch. It takes so much to make something, to make a pattern. But I really like the middle one. So knit on, I think, a 4, a 4.5, and a 5 millimeter needle. And I think I like the middle one. Oh, but this is so soft. It's Rowan, 100% cashmere. And I have 7 balls of it. Thank you, Julie, for selling this to me because I just love it. So this is the next thing that I'm working on. I'm working on 2 things at a time now, just because the one is graphed completely, and the grafts are very challenging, and I am working on them. Yeah. So those are the things that I'm working on. Those 2 shawls. Oh, another thing I finished. I forgot to show you this one. This is so I was really busy this week, but this is what I wanted to do because this was my week off, so I got to do what I wanted to do. And I finished my Woodburn cardigan. It's not quite done yet. I can't call it finished because the ends aren't woven in. I don't have buttons. I need to go buy buttons. And the collar is funny on this, but I think it'll be okay. I don't know if I'm going to be OCD enough to change it. It looks fine. It's just a tad bit tighter on this side, knitting it in. But I love it. Here she is. It turned out wonderful. Don't know if you can see. It's a bluish purple. There are the cables in the back. And like I said, I've done the underarms. I've grafted them because I love to graft. I love doing the Kitchener stitch. But there are holes on the side that I need to close up. I need to sew in the pockets, which I haven't done yet. I've never done that before, so I thought, I won't do it yet. And it just was washed and blocked. And it fits fabulously. It's so cozy. And I need to get buttons. And then I can wear it. So maybe in 2 weeks you'll see me on the podcast wearing this. Wanted to tell you this is the Woodburn Cardigan by Denkfehler. It wasn't a mystery. It was a knit along in December, and I stopped because I did the Farbenfroh, and I wanted to finish those shawls before, so I didn't finish this one. And I had, this yarn is superwash merino, cashmere with a little bit of nylon, hand-dyed by Turtle Pearl Yarns, Genevieve, and she has been such a good sport because I have been so worried that I wouldn't have enough yarn. I kept writing to her, I kept plurking, I don't know, and I don't think I have it here. Let me see if I have, all my stuff is down here. I'm in the basement, I'm in my little part of the world. This is it. That's what I have left from 7 skeins. She sent me 7 skeins of this yarn. We did a swap. I made her 3 big sweater size bags, like this size, of for sweaters. I knit those for her. And she sent me hand-dyed yarn, and this is wonderful. She did a fabulous job dyeing this yarn. I love it, and it's perfect. It is the perfect color for me. So this is going to be a favorite sweater. So Turtle Pearl Yarns, she's on Artfire and I believe Etsy, I'm not sure. I think so. But Turtle Pearl Yarns, anyway. Gorgeous yarn. Thank you, Genevieve. I will be wearing this next time, and you will hear about it again because I love it. And it's super soft. You can't tell, but you can tell it's squishy and soft. So this was really fun to knit, and I knit these in the VKNs as well because it was pretty mindless at the end. It was kind of a little complicated, do this and that and this and that, but I did it. So that was another finished object, which I absolutely love. So you'll see that. You'll see it next time. And then I would like to say a big, huge thank you. Like I said, I have the best tech editors. Conita and Yvonne, Red Hat Knitter, are my 2 tech editors. And they, every time I have anything finished, I send it to them, and they said they will check it first before it goes to anybody to knit, to test knit. And if they test knit, they test knit. If not, they can just edit it, and they're fine with that, which I think is great. It is so nice to have them because I need them. They are my huge crutch. So I want to say a big, huge thank you to them. And I'm not going to say these 2 things go hand in hand, but I've been sewing, and I did that a lot. I've done a ton of stuff. Last night, or yesterday and today, Alita and I have been sewing. She sewed her own bag, which is so cool, and I wish she were here to show you, but she's not. She'll show it to you next time. I'll write that down. She'll show her your bags. But I have been sewing bags, and I made 5 bags so far. And I've cut out fabric for another 2, I believe. 3 of which are going to be gifts. I have 3 people I need to gift. And they all know pretty much, more or less, that they're getting it. And I will show you which they are. Here they are. Here are the bags. I went to IKEA with Alita this week, and we bought more of this fabric, which I love. It's black, which is nice because, and it's canvasy, so it's thick. So it holds up really, really nicely. And it's got a lot of, this one had a cute little girl on it with the bird. And on all of my bags I have a little ribbon for the Giving Flower. It has a little flower on there. I don't know if you can see. There's a little flower ribbon. And I put a little keychain on, and I have my logo, and it says Handmade with Love by Kimberly. And on the other side, this one is, and it's laminated, it's the Kitchener stitch. So it's just a little help if you want to stick it in your wallet. This one has the Kitchener stitch on it. All my bags have that. And they also have on the side a carabiner, so you can clip it on. And they're all different size and colored carabiners. You just kind of get what you get. But this one is with red, and IKEA didn't have any fabric. I don't know why. They were totally picked over. They didn't have any blue, so I got red. But I thought the red looked really kind of cool. So this is it. It's a drawstring bag. Very simple. Pretty big. It's a pretty big size bag. And I made this one. And I made another one of this, which I think is going to go to the other person. And I've yet to put, it has the little flower ribbon on it, but, and the hook, but I have to put and that's what I was putting on as I was starting. I was putting on my little tag. I have another tag here. This one is also Handmade with Love by Kimberly. This is the 1-row buttonhole that I've made. I made all of these. And if you have any ideas of what you would want on a little card like this, because these are great to stick in your notions bag. You know, little things that you can be reminded, oh, one hole, that's how you do that. And it's just, and it's hard to read. You kind of need glasses, because I had to fit everything on this little tiny card. But it's all there if you need it, so it's kind of a nice thing. And this one is Jenny's Surprisingly Stretchy Bind Off with pictures. Once again, you need glasses for it, because I don't need glasses, but it's teeny tiny. But it's all on there. It's all on there. So these are the cards, the Kitchener, the 3 cards, and I'm going to put them on today. And I'm going to try to get these off this week. I don't know. We'll have to see. So another red bag that I made. Like I said, it's canvas, and this is soft, so it's easy to close. And this one I love. Actually, yeah, I made 3 of the red bags. Here's another one. Oh, I didn't put the tag on it yet. I got to figure out which tag it is. Here's another blue one with a little girl on it again. Another bird. This one has a green lady sideways and a Christmas tree on the other side. That was kind of neat. And then I made this one. And I loved this fabric that they had. Once again, IKEA. Or IKEA, as you say it in America, but we say IKEA. I think this one is going to go to my mom. Not my real mom, my mom. Because she watches me. So, and I love this one so much. I made 2. And this one's mine. I don't know how people can dye yarn and make bags, because every time I make something I want to keep it. It's bad. It's really bad. I love these. So those 3 are going. So is this one. This is going to someone else, and I think this one's really pretty with the white on top. And they're all washable. I've washed and dried all the fabric, so it's all washable, dryable. So even though it's white, it will get dirty, but it can be washed, and it should come out spotless, because you just take off the little ring before you wash it. But this one has the little flower again, that little ribbon, and this, and I have to figure out which one I'm going to put on. But this one is going to someone as well. And this one is mine. So she and I have the same one. Isn't that cool? My mom. So here it is, another bag. I love it. Just very simple blue and white. I think it kind of looks neat. This one has my blue and purple fabric in it that I'm using right now for my shawl design pattern. So that's what I've been working on, making bags. And they're really nice long handles. I don't have a handle that you hold on to. Instead, you can use these, which I think is great. So you don't really need an extra handle. It just has proven to be my favorite size. So that's what I made. There you go. And I want to thank my mom, because she sent me this. And this is Space Cadet Creations, hand-dyed fiber, fingering weight yarn. It's superwash merino wool with cashmere nylon, some of the sweater I just made. And it's the colorway for Carrie Steinmetz. And this is the colorway, and I think this is so neat. She and I have the same color preferences. We're blues and purples and things. And so she saw this and bought it and said to me, and in the letter, that she thought it would be more fitting for me, and I love it. I love this. This is the colorway for Carrie. Very, very pretty. I have no idea what to do with this right now. It's going to talk to me. It will tell me if I want to design something with it or what I should do, but I love it, and it is so pretty. That's it. So thank you very much, Red Hat Knitter. This is wonderful. That's my tech editor. She's so cool. So cool. Thank you. I love it. Love it, love it. So, anyway, so that's the story. Thank you very, very much for that. I hope I could show you. I didn't even ask her. I'm just going to do it. Oh well, done now. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh yes, the Softies cowl. that we did in January. I set up that we were going to do with 365 with Helen from Knitting 365. We were going to do a Softies cowl in January. We have a couple pictures in there. A couple people have posted some really nice stuff that they've been knitting. I'm going to continue that cowl until this pattern is done, and then I'm going to close it. So post your pictures of any Softies that you're knitting right now, and when that's done, I will gift one or two of these guys to people that have posted. So go over to my Ravelry group, and it is the Giving Flower Podcast. I have the Giving Flower Designs as well. Sign up for that if you want to be a tester or anything, or go to the Giving Flower Podcast group and show us all your Softies that you've been knitting. And I will, like I said, I will close that soon. I don't know when. Probably when this one comes out. When I publish this one, I will close up that thread, and then I will gift a couple of this pattern, because people that like Softies are kind of I never thought I'd knit a Softie in my life. I thought, but now I'm doing it. Go figure. That's how it rolls. You just gotta roll with the punches. What do we do around here anyway? One more thing I wanted to show you. Not just knitting and spinning and knitting and spinning and knitting. When I was in college, when I was a kid, I used to love cross stitch. And I remember making cross stitch presents for my mom. Anything that had to do with fiber. Yes, I know. You love me. I know. Anything that had to do with fiber, it was me. I was there. And cross stitch was my big love. Well, when I had college, I continued to cross stitch. And I worked at the Marriott Hotels Reservation Center in Salt Lake City, Utah for a while as a part-time job. And when I was on the phone and things, I would have my cross stitch with me. And I started this when I bought this when I was there, and I love the beach. Anything that has to do with water, I love. Growing up on Cape Cod, sailing, I love the water. So I had bought this, and I had worked on it when I was in college, working at the Marriott, and it was halfway done, and I put it away, and I found it about 10 years ago. Was it 10 maybe? After the kids were born, I found it, and I finished it. And it's got to be a pillow. Now that's the next step. I need to finish it and make it into a pillow. But here it is. It is cross stitch shells. And it's a big pillow. And those are all different kinds of shells with all those different colors. And I love, love, love it. It took me a while. It was a lot of fun to make. It really was. And I think it'll make a neat pillow. But everybody's been showing their other things that they've been making. I can't think of her name. Round the Twist, Karen. She's been doing cross stitch lately. And so I thought I'd pull mine out and show you guys that I do cross stitch as well. It's just right now that's not my thing. I mean, I'm not doing it right now, but I love to do it. So this is it. Shells. Very, very pretty. I'm going to try to get closer so you can really see all the detail and all the colors of all the shells. And this was just so much fun to make. And it's kind of inspiring me to get this out and to make a pillow out of it. I really should sew a pillow. But that's it, my cross stitch. Kind of fun. So show us your stuff. I don't know. Should I open a thread? Let me know. Or just show it I'll open a thread for this episode anyway, and you can show us what you've been working on. Pictures of things that you've been working on. Because I'm always over there and I love to see what everyone else is working on. It's kind of fun. So that's my cross stitch from years and years ago. And I'm pretty sure that's it. The cat's asleep next to me. And I think I've shown you everything that I have to show today. I'm working on other things, but if it doesn't get shown, there wasn't any love this week. So that's it. German word for Cassie. Beautiful. She wanted to know what the word for beautiful was. And there are a couple ones, but wunderschön, hübsch. Wunderschön, hübsch. What else? Wunderschön. Hübsch is like pretty. Wunderschön is, beautiful. So, wunderschön for Cassie. Hi, Cassie, once again. And Lisa. And I pretty much think that's it for today. I hope you guys have a great week or 2 weeks until we see each other again, or you see me again. I won't be seeing you, but have a great 2 weeks. Knit something fun, and yeah, come join me on a weekend some night. I don't know how much I'll be doing them, but it's kind of fun. I think it's really a lot of fun. So come find me, come join up, sign up in the Ravelry group. I hope to see you, and yeah, have a good 2 weeks. Bye, guys.